Hey, what's up? It's Vince Leah from VinceLeah.com, and today we're going to address a topic that I actually received quite a few questions about from people, and that's what is the difference between tofu and tempeh. Now, you may remember a little while ago, I did a video about the benefits of eating tempeh, and I did receive some comments asking me about the differences between tofu and tempeh. I'll go ahead and link that video in the description box below so you can check it out. But first, let's go to the store and buy tofu and tempeh so we can talk about it. Now, while I was at the store, I did grab a green juice. Now, this is called the Doctor's Orders. It's full of greens. It has spinach, cucumber, celery, parsley, lemons, but I did have them take out an apple and also go easy on the ginger. Because sometimes whoever makes these juices, they go crazy with the ginger and it's just a little too spicy for me. Now, to understand the difference between tempeh and tofu, let's talk about each one and figure out exactly what it is. Now, tofu is basically curled soy milk that's been pressed into these blocks that you can see here. And it's very similar to the way cheese is made from milk. And you can find these blocks in various consistencies, ranging from soft to extra firm. Now, the difference between all these different consistencies is the amount of water in each one. Now, soft tofu will have the most amount of water, while firm tofu will have the most water pressed out. Now, I personally prefer extra firm tofu, but let me know in the comments which one you prefer, but I just think it's easier to cook with. Now, tempeh is a fermented soy product, and it's made by soaking the soybeans and then cooking and fermenting them. And then they're formed into these small blocks or patties, and it has a slight mild and nutty flavor, but it has a very dense consistency that holds up well when cooking. So let's review the 3 important things you need to know when looking at the differences between tofu and tempeh. Number 1, processing. And I mentioned in previous videos that the least amount of processing that a food goes through, the healthier it usually is. And most of my diet consists of mainly whole plant-based foods to avoid a lot of processing. And I mentioned earlier that tofu is made from soy milk, and soy milk is made by soaking and grinding soybeans and then bringing it to a boil and filtering out the remaining liquid. And when you compare that to the process used to make tempeh, you can see that tempeh requires a lot less processing and fewer steps. Number 2, fermentation. Now, what exactly is fermentation? Well, fermentation is defined as a chemical breakdown of a substance by bacteria, yeast, or other microorganisms. And some popular foods such as miso, sauerkraut, and even pickles are examples of fermented foods. Now, fermented foods create the good bacteria that your digestive system needs and also helps break down some of the food and make it easier for your body to digest. Now, tofu is not fermented, but tempeh is fermented. So you will get all the benefits of fermentation by eating tempeh. Number 3, genetically modified. Now, whenever you talk about soy, whether it's tofu, tempeh, or something else, one of the most important things you need to make sure of is that it's either organic and non-GMO. Now, GMO stands for genetically modified organisms, and it refers to food that's been genetically engineered. So changes have been made to the DNA of the food to help it withstand either plant diseases or drought conditions or other situations that normally would destroy crops. But when you think about it, this is a food that is normally produced naturally in nature, but instead they alter the DNA to make something that really doesn't even exist. And recent reports state that over 90% of soy products are genetically modified. So when purchasing any soy product, try to make sure that it's either organic or non-GMO. Now, here's an extra tip. Both tofu and tempeh are pretty easy to cook with. They're definitely different regarding their texture and consistency and even flavor, but both tofu and tempeh absorb the flavors of the ingredients that you're using to cook with it, and it can make it taste amazing. Now, you can check out the video I've done with both of these products, including tempeh bacon and some tempeh sausage, and even a vegan ceviche using tofu. Now, I'll go ahead and link those videos in the description box below. Now, from a purely health perspective, tempeh is less processed and it's fermented, so I would rank it higher than tofu. But tofu in its plain and simple form is not bad, like the blocks that you see at the store here, but I would avoid eating a lot of processed soy products that you see all over the place. So let me know in the comments if you want me to do a separate video talking just about soy products and some of the benefits and also things that you need to be aware of and some of the products that may have soy but you didn't even know it. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as I post new videos every week, and join the Fit From Food notification squad by clicking on that bell next to the subscribe button, and remember to keep living Fit From Food. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.